Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, making my beginnings really quick to try and skip over that algorithm of skipping over. So let's see how it goes. First of all, again, want to say thank you for the Mystic Cats Tarot. I haven't had a subject to actually read on using such a wonderful deck as of yet. I'm using it for personal reasons, just to basically break the deck in. Okay. Yeah, it's telling me some interesting stuff coming up, but deep breath, let it go. The universe will sort it as it's meant to be sorted. Okay, what do I want to have? Nothing seriously personal. I'm just going to put it out there. Okay, what do we want to have a look at? Well, first of all, oh goodness, the Air Canada, New York at LaGuardia Airport. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, so the air traffic controller has taken responsibility of that. I suspect, the buck does stop with the air traffic controller, but talk about underpaid and overworked and tired. It was a fire truck that was going to a different aeroplane that collided with the plane. I believe there were the two pilots did not make it out, and one of the cabin crew was severely injured. So, absolutely, my heart goes out to them. And, we've got going on at the airports at the moment is it the NSA or whatever it's called, the security people, haven't been paid for 30 days and have walked off the job. So what's happened is I believe ICE has been sent in instead. What I want to have a look at, I'm actually going to use the mystical manga cards because that's what my guides are telling me to use. I want to see if we're heading for some airport lockdowns in the US. One of my lovely viewers actually mentioned to me, because I don't remember what I say during a reading, and I do the reading and upload it, but I have no idea what my guides had me say. Apparently, I had read not that long ago that Nome would be the first gone, and that shortly thereafter there would be airport lockdowns. So I'm just going to have a look because the Easter travel season is coming up. Is there going to be airport lockdowns in the US? Now, a couple of other things I just want to mention. I can only read what my guides tell me and what my cards say. Yes, I do understand that some other readers get other information, but all I can do is provide what my guides bring me and show me. So I don't want to sort of dispute with other or debate about things that other readers get. That's theirs, and at the end of the day, it'll play out one way or the other. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Will there be airport shutdowns, lockdowns in the United States? Now, I am also I was watching the other day with petrol stations or gas stations in Australia running out of gas, running out of fuel. We call it petrol and diesel over here. The prices went through the roof, and then after a tweet yesterday from the Orange Idiot, the prices dropped slightly back again, and I'll have a look at that in a separate reading. His supposed, discussions tweet or whatever. I was getting very much like the toilet paper situation during COVID, that people are hoarding. And what my guides were telling me is that some of them might find that the fuel goes off before they actually get to use it. So if you're hoarding, just don't hoard. Hoard enough perhaps that you might use for the next week or two, but anything more than that, my guides were telling me that the fuel will actually go off before they get to use it. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. The US airports. Are they heading for a lockdown? Oops, you wanted that one. Okay, I'll leave that one out. And then they say stop. Okay, got to do what the guides tell you. And I noticed it was 444 there as I said that. Okay, Page of Wands. So there's going to be some sort of information that comes forward, some sort of announcement that is made. Okay, so let's see where this goes. With a challenge by the Nine of Cups with a be careful what you wish for. So it may not be a federal announcement. It may be simply that the airports close. Okay, so we've got here the be careful what you wish for. It's the Nine of Cups. It can be the smug merchant, etc. But in this particular deck, and my guides tell me to use particular decks for the imagery. And if you can hear some claws on the floor, that's Spot coming into the office. This is very much sort of, well, they're up in the sky. Be careful what you wish for in regards to up in the sky. Okay. What we've got here is the Seven of Swords. The energy that it's stewing in at the moment is the lies and the betrayal and the stealing. That it is obvious to all what is actually happening because you've got the eyes there full on it, fully seeing. So it's pretty much a gaslighting couple of cards here. If there is lockdowns, it's going to they're going to blame you know, trust me, they'll blame Biden. They'll find something in along those lines. Okay, in the past, we've got the Star of Hope, the Star of Healing, the best of the United States. In the past, it's in the past. This is not the best of at the moment. This is just in this awful territory. Crowning the reading, the Queen of Swords. Internal strategy, bringing forth this sword of truth. So what I'm getting is the difference between the Queen of Swords, which is the actual energy over it, and the attempted gaslighting here. Okay, see where it goes. And there's the Ace of Swords. Immediate future, which is saying, yep, I suspect, because aces are very much a confirmation card. We've got the gaslighting here. We've got the feminine energy. Now, this is about compassion, empathy, but also very much about protection, as in legal protection. And the Ace of Swords, which is a yes. Externally, we've got the Three of Cups. That's an interesting one to have popped out because it is very much getting together and celebrating, and a lot of news coming out very quickly that cannot be controlled. Oh, speaking of which, Denise Knight, watch her Felon Health Watch this morning. Did some really good astrology there as well in the second half of the reading. So hop over to Denise Knight, Knight with a K, Knight, and have a look at her today's reading on the felon's health. Okay, so there's some sort of lot of information coming out quickly. This could be circling the wagons. Could also be simply down tools and spending time with family. Let's see where this goes. Hopes and fears. The King of Wands, action being taken. On the back foot, being defensive about this, whatever information's coming out. I think this is, thank you. They're telling me that this is 3 different branches of, how do I put it? Rosie did a great video a couple of days ago about the fact that us readers are losing track of words of thoughts as we step out of this logical into this spiritual. But this is 3 branches of, it's like, so the cabin crew, the pilots, and the air traffic controllers, or baggage handlers, aircraft personnel, something like that. 3 branches coming together in regards to bringing about, getting the truth out there about this. So on the back foot, defending, negotiations going on behind the scenes, and then we've got the Ace of Wands, a new plan coming forward. I think they might go out on strike. see where this goes. On the bottom, you've got the Fool, you've got the Lovers, so and then you've got the Five of Coins, rejection, locked out financially. You've got Eight of Coins, which is about, well, it's my money trail card, but it's also about working hard on a resolution. You've got Judgment, you've got the High Priestess, you've got Death, you've got Strength, you've got the Emperor, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, you've got the Abuse of Power, and then you've got the Restriction, and you've got the Empress. Well, how's that for a behind the scenes? What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 major arcana. Okay, this is going to bring things to a head. Okay, I'm going to pop those aside and we'll have a look at those in a second. So I think what I'm getting from this is I think there are, I don't know whether it's a lockdown or whether it's simply that they're going to go out in unity, especially after this Air Canada accident. I just get that they go that yes, the airports are going to close. A lot of the airports are going to close. Now, remembering that airports aren't federal, they are owned by the states, if I get that right, or run by the states or something. Okay, so let's have a look at these cards here. The energy behind the scenes. You've got the Fool. Can be uncharted waters, or it can simply be foolishness about contracts and agreements to do with money discussions. Now, I think that was that order. Let me get that right. Being locked out to do with I think this is a protection card. Pentacles can mean money, but they can also mean protection. And then you've got the Judgment card, a collective awakening. Now, a collective awakening, big wake-up call coming. You've got the Strength. You've got the secrets being revealed with this High Priestess, or this can be higher feminine energy, and she is holding a document there. Death and the Emperor, bringing about a significant ending to the reign of the Emperor, the Wheel of Fortune turning on this abuse of power, and you've then got the Eight of Swords, restriction with connections to, or legal restriction with connections to Russia, or it can simply be the birth of something new. Let's see what the bottom continued, because this was the next one. Walking away, shunning and walking away. Then we've got the Knight of Coins. It can be the mercenary, but this also can be a new offer that's stalled. And then the Ace of Cups. And then you've got that Page of Wands again and the Tower card. Harsh truth, the world. Okay, so I think this, okay. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but it feels like Easter weekend, perhaps. Just keep an eye on your travel plans, because I am getting, and it may not be all airports, but yes, there is going to be airport lockdowns because of safety concerns, especially after this LaGuardia accident. I get 3 branches of those involved in the airports coming out together and putting some big news, a lot of news out there about the situation. Sorry if you've got travel plans, just keep an eye on them. And also, just be prepared. Leslie, I'm not talking to you. Oh, Leslie, one of my beautiful viewers who emails me, is I've got a major trip planned in about 3 or 4 weeks. It's not going to affect you. This feels sort of more short term, but it's going to really highlight. So let's have a look. Anything else you want to tell me about this airports? The airports. Okay, there is a card that's popped out, so let's have a look. The Sun. Well, that's a huge yes card. The Sun. Big revelations. On the bottom is this Emperor again. Emperor, Judgment. Facing Judgment. What else is on the top here? King of Cups, negotiations at the bottom. Ten of Pentacles. It's not about the money. In the past, we've got that Death card again. Yes, I'm going to talk about New York, LaGuardia. That particular Air Canada flight is bringing it to a head. It's not about the money. This is something this government doesn't understand, or should I say this regime doesn't understand. Not everything is about money. Okay, you've got here restrictions put into place. You've got High Priestess, agenda discussions, Page of Cups, unexpected out of left field, the Chariot. Internally, this could be ICE or it could be the military. Remember I got a while back that the regime was going to bring the military air traffic controllers in. Well, they could be trying this, because the Hierophant, the higher authorities, those that are in control, the regime. Let's see how it goes. It's not going to end well. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Fool. The Fool, the Lovers, the manipulation with the Magician, and then the Knight of Wands, inflammatory messaging being brought forward. Queen of Wands, and then Page of Wands. Oh, on the bottom, the money, strength, out in the cold, some sort of announcement by the White House. You've got Three of Swords, betrayal, and you've got this Devil energy. The Devil, which is the same energy but in a different situation as this Lover's card. Okay. Sorry, not the Judgment, the Lovers. Okay, just keep your eye on your travel plans. Have alternate arrangements if possible. Might be some Zoomies to catch ups rather than actual flying. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Just watch what the White House does. I did get. Okay, just tell me quickly. Is there going to be an announcement from the White House about putting we got six of Pentacles flew out there. Pop it back because I'm not sure. There was a couple of cards that tried to get out. If it comes back up, then yes, it was meant to be. But this is very much about withholding money. Naivety. Well, we know it is. I mean, the regime with the Six of Cups, the regime thinks, oh, we'll offer them more money. Is there going to be an announcement from the White House about putting military? They're not trained. I'm just going to say they're not trained, but to put military air traffic controllers into domestic airports. Knight of Coins, Two of Coins. So the Knight of Pentacles, forward progress is stopped. They're looking at other options with that Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles, Three of Swords, betrayal. In the past, you've got this devil energy. Well, this is culminated in this. Three of Coins, working something out behind the scenes, coming up with a plan. Okay. Got the Nine of Coins here, the Nine of Pentacles. Not least those that are living in this spotty dog, come for a cuddle, and Bindi backing up. Those that they're just not listening. They're not listening. They're in this gilded cage and they have no concept. You've got the Emperor making some sort of proclamation that's just a pie in the sky, delusional announcement with this Seven of Cups. The hopes and fears, the Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's a confirmation. The Moon card, the Knight of Cups. So lunacy coming to the surface, the Knight of Cups, an offer being made, the Page of Swords, whistleblowers coming out, or this could be a strategy being announced, but the Two of Wands is it's a plan that I'm going to say it won't work. Yeah, do not be surprised if the Emperor makes some sort of delusional announcement because they don't live in reality. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I do feel that I'm just going to stick by that reading I had last time, the announcement of military ones and the domestic situations. Okay, just be flexible. That's all I can say. Those that are flexible in this time will be the ones that weather it better, weather it well. Okay, love to you all. Take care.